here on YouTube, and I noticed I have 995 subscribers right now, and no 1,000 subscriber message recorded. I do have the barricade, Stockade figure that I will be reviewing right now, but I do have one interesting tidbit of news. I am considering buying another portable building to put next to the one I currently live in, and making Biker Trash Studios. It will house all of my collection, plus have a permanent green screen, and just everything I need to where I can just set up to film and not drag everything out every time I want to shoot a video. So, a little bit of news for you, but let's go ahead and get into the figure. Okay, so right here we have, man, my hand's dirty. We have Stockade, and he is a black SUV. Got the Sector 7 logos on the side. Good looking vehicle. It's fairly obvious he's supposed to be an Escalade, but they, you know, the Stockade, Escalade, it kind of fits together. One thing different is the tail lights are made more like a Lincoln Navigator, but that's the only thing really that doesn't fit in with a Escalade. The back hatch opens in two separate halves. That's part of the transformation. It's not really intended for this. So one interesting thing that I almost miss is the sunroof is actually clear. You can see through the sunroof, but it's such a dark plastic you can't see anything, and all it is robot bits and pieces inside anyway. I'm going to try and not say the K word at all during this video. To go ahead and start the transformation, just kind of pop the hood down just a little bit. That'll make that loosen up. Drop the legs back just a hair, and from there you can take the front end and rotate it around to the back of the legs. Straighten the legs out, the feet rather, and underneath they have a black heel spur. You just pull that out. Now that you're done with that, take the top of the vehicle and just split the whole thing like that, and the bottom half of the doors are just going to fold up over the rear tires. Once you have that up, you can rotate the halves of the top to the back, and it makes looks like down the back. And I realize y'all can probably see very little of this just because of all the black on this figure. Go ahead and take the arms and just kind of pull them a little bit to straighten them out. Open up the hatch right here to make like some shoulder armor, and then pull this panel back right here, and it reveals his head. And that's him. He is kind of in the same vein as like the movie Starscream and Crumple Zone and all that. I don't have my tape measure, but at the head he is that tall, and he is actually, yeah, he is exactly as wide as he is tall. So a very, very stocky figure. It's weird because the way it looks like all his chest is in here, and then they stuck his little bitty robot chest onto the back of a Voyager figure with a Voyager's arms and a Deluxe's legs. It's kind of funky looking, but it works surprisingly well in person. He looks good. His eyes are clear, but there is no light pipe. He has a seam that goes all the way around his head, and you can see the clear plastic, but there's not enough opening to make a good light pipe. He has a gimmick to him. Let me just open up these. I forgot to do that during the transformation. If you pull these silver tabs back, it makes his arm extend, so he's got like a power punch. And that's pretty good. I mean, he's a brawler. He says in his tech specs that, his bio rather, that he has no weapons, he just fights. So, I mean, if you can be coming up and swinging as hard as you can, and then force your fist out at, probably very high speeds, you could probably do some damage. I mean, this guy's got big old fists too, so. His hand opens. The two sets of fingers, each are posable independent from the other. No posability in the hand, though. Let's see if I can find something for him to hold. They got this little chain I've got right here that would make a pretty good little brawler weapon. I could see this, just a street fight and brawling weapon, and it looks pretty good. But one thing about the fist I'd like to point out is, if you have it sucked all the way back, then his fist is all hidden behind car bits. I'm not going to say the K word again, like I said earlier. But if you just take and just barely move the fist forward, it kind of helps define the fist a little bit. And looks just slightly better. But anyway, good little figure. I'm going to go ahead and give the car mode a 7 because, well, no, a 6 for the car mode, because we have enough bland, black, featureless vehicles in the movie line. I say that, they have Ironhide and they've got Barricade, and Barricade has some interesting features, but there's just so much more they could have, they could have made this guy just red and been a decent Ironhide homage. Have of course, Ironhide was a van, but, I mean, could you have seen this guy right here all in red and be an Ironhide and being a brawler? I could. One other guy I could see this being, rather than just a new name, is actually either a Nemesis Prime or Scourge. I mean, he's got a mouth plate, which is fairly rare in the movie line. If they could have extended the exhaust pipes a little bit right here, I mean, he could have been a very cool Nemesis figure. And I don't believe it. I mean, I really do believe that if they would have sold this character as just the name Nemesis, I'd have bought into it, because he is an evil-looking, tough figure. And the way he's got this narrow little eye, the mouth plate, and his brow is very, the top of his helmet is very, he just looks sinister. So, definitely a figure you're going to want to pick up if you see him.
Pathetic Autobot! I'm stronger than you! You can't defeat me!
Oh yeah? I got one thing you haven't got!
Huh! What's that?
A gun!